Something I don't like in the news and media in general is somehow we have moved away from putting people who are equally credentialed next to each other to talk about counterpoints. To me, it is so frustrating to watch someone bring an expert on for something and to do an interview with them while on the other side of the screen is an angry person arguing and shouting, and there's no actual discourse because one person is educated on the subject matter and the other person just has a really loud opinion. And the person with the loud opinion is given just as much airtime as the person who actually knows anything at all about what they're saying. I really understand that people love to watch drama and people love to watch exciting and entertaining things, but it is frustrating, so frustrating, that a person who is not at all an expert in their field is being given the same amount of weight to their speaking as a person who is. The expert in the room is not on par with the random angry person standing next to them. And when you have opposite beliefs, when you have things that need to be discussed from more than one perspective, having people who have similar credentials to me is just like obvious. And yet it seems like it's getting more and more rare that that is being done and put forward. It is extremely important to not just view things as black and white. Almost no issues in the entire world and almost no beliefs or rules or situations or problems are black and white. Almost all of them fall on a spectrum of color and are somewhere in a shade of gray. And it's much easier to understand that when you have two people who are very understanding and who just want to discuss the issue and come to an understanding of each other's perspectives. When that happens, you can see it from multiple angles and you can see how complicated it is. You can see how in-depth it is, and you can respect what's going on much better. And it's also way more calm. People get so riled up and red in the face yelling about stuff, and their anger is like a self-righteous anger. It's like white hot righteous rage. It's like it's a morality thing for them. And to a certain degree, everyone definitely has their own morals and tries to stick to them. But when you try to shove your morals onto the next person and force them to change theirs to match yours, that's not a good thing. And you being louder and bigger and more boisterous does not make you more educated or more understood or more right. I wish that there was a stronger push toward understanding and a less strong push of, well, I'm right all the time and that's that. It's okay to say, hey, I understood this thing incorrectly. Or, hey, I learned new information and I have, with that new information in mind, made a different judgment. It's okay to learn and to grow as a person, as someone with opinions, as someone with beliefs. It is ridiculously important to help people. And there are some things that truly are a moral issue. But the majority of the time, it's just that there's some really loud people, and then the rest of the people are all just wanting to live and let live. And the loud people, because they're loud, are the ones that people think are saying it how it is, when in reality, they're just dramatic. I want to see more educated and understanding people, and I want to see less adult toddlers. I want to see less tantrum throwing people who should no better by their age, definitely. People older than me acting like tiny little spoiled brat. I want to see less of that. And I want to see more calm, intelligent, well thought out, dignified discussion. Tantrum throwing doesn't actually make the world a better place the majority of the time. The majority of the time, the thing that makes the world a better place is coming to understanding, is the expansion of knowledge, is enacting wisdom. So let's be more patient toward each other, please. And let's look to the people who really know about that subject matter. If you're gonna ask about any subject it is, it doesn't matter what subject it is, let's ask the people who know the most about it. Let's ask the people who either have the most experience with it or have learned the most about it, highest education on the subject, they, did research on it, whatever it is. Like, let's get their information going and make them have a platform to speak from. Giving our platforms to people who are loud but really just don't know what they're saying at all, it's detracting from the growth and the betterment of humanity. It's not adding to it.